Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How y'all doing today? I'm loving life freely here on YouTube, and y'all know I'm a full-time reseller on multiple platforms. And this is Saturday. This is the weekend after. Oh no, last weekend was Thanksgiving weekend, and usually on Saturday mornings I try to do like a little bit of organization, the things that you can't really get done during the week. So that's what we're gonna do a little bit today. I thought I'd share with you just a little bit of a vlog. I've been in the process of trying to reorganize my studio because I am really doing my business different than I was a few months ago. So I thought I'd bring you along and kind of share with you just what I'm trying to accomplish. I am trying to not only redo things, but I'm also in my mindset and my brain figuring out like where my business is going, how I'm going to be doing things like in next year in January, the first quarter of the year. I'm jumping ahead in my mind to how I want things going with my videos, how I want things set up, what I need to get out of here. Of old stuff that I'm no longer doing, how I'm redoing my new stuff and all that. So, that I bring you along, kind of do a little bit of a vlog of it, share with you what my thoughts are. I've kind of been doing some tidy up. Now, last weekend I did a bunch of stuff. So, I have in my mind how I want to do things this week, so stay tuned. We're going to dive in. I'm just going to do some organizing, show you what I'm doing with some things. I'm going to show you a little bit of my inventory and what I'm trying to clean up in there. So, just, yeah, let's come along and join me as we do this. Okay, you guys, so I'm actually going to show you a little bit of what we're doing here. So, I have these bins here. I apologize for the mess, you guys. Like I said, I'm reorganizing. I have some bins here that have jewelry, that my vintage and fashion jewelry, the boxes we've been doing. All of that stuff is down there, and what I'm doing is I am reorganizing things. Instead of putting them in the bins, I actually have a system that I'm going to be using when I'm doing my live jewelry sales. I'm going to be using those bins to do the live jewelry sales, so that's going to be getting moved to some gallon-sized storage bags, and then all this is going to get moved into some gallon-sized storage bags so that I can get things put in storage and inventory over in the other room. So I'm clearing out all of this to have it just be a clean, tidy space. So I'm going to be working on that a little bit this morning. I also have a goal. Sorry, this is all my workout gear. I had to move a bunch of stuff because since our son is living with us, that was in my spare room that he's in now. So I'm reorganizing all that. But these two boxes, this is all stuff that's going back to ThreadUp from the bulk unboxings that we did. I've actually sold quite a few things already, but this is stuff that I'm just going to send back to them. So my goal is this next week, whether it's today or this next week, hopefully maybe today, is to reorganize the top of this because I went through a bag of some things, kind of threw some stuff on the top. I need to probably separate some of this stuff out, put it in 3 separate boxes, get a shipping label for ThreadUp, and get that sent off this week. So that's my goal, to get this stuff moved out. So this is no longer sitting here. This is my rack when I do clothes. Sorry, my mannequin is sitting here. I use my mannequin to do my jewelry listings, if they're necklaces. So I moved the smaller rack that I have. I actually have, when I was doing live sales, I bought these extra 2 big racks. Now, I think I mentioned last week that I had like 2 inventory rooms. I had a whole bunch of coats that were in bags. And what I did was, instead of having them in bags, some of these weren't even listed. In fact, some of the stuff, not all this is listed. I have about half of this listed, and some of this is going to get listed over the next week because since we're approaching winter, I want to get the rest of these listed. And some of them are listed, but they were only listed on so many platforms. So some of these I'm actually just going to freshen up the listings, get those posted. I actually have been working on these the last 2 weeks, and some of them have already been selling. And you've seen those in the sold videos. So I actually took one of those bigger racks, the racks that I was doing for live sales. I took all the stuff out of the bags. I put it on the rack, so it's just on the rack. And when it sells, I'll pull it from the rack. This is an extra rack that I'm not using at all. It's got a whole bunch of kids' hangers on it, which I need to figure out what I'm going to do with all those hangers. So my smaller rack that I had before I was doing live shows, I brought that over here because if I am listing clothes, I do not need a lot of room to hang my items. when I'm doing listings. I don't need that much space, so I brought the smaller rack over here so that if I am listing clothes, I can take them out of the box, hang them up, steam them if I need to, go from there over to the wall, do my listings, and then go from there. So that's kind of what I'm doing there. So my goal eventually is probably this second rack here that the coats aren't on, is to just break that down and not have that up right now, because I really don't have a use for that right now. This is just spare boxes here. Since my husband and I are planning to hopefully move in the next year, these are just some spare boxes that we're holding on to for like if we move. I need to do something with that. That again is just working out gear that I'm trying to figure out what to do with. So yeah, this room was like really messed up last weekend. I spent some time, just really did some reorganizing to just really open up my space. This is where I do my live jewelry sales, is right here at the station. So I'm just really organizing so that it's just more efficient in here. Okay, so I'm actually going to, like I said, I'm going to move my items from these bins into some baggies. And if you're wondering why I don't just keep them in the bins, it is honestly a financial factor. These bins, even at the dollar store, are like, they could be like $2.50 or $3 a bin, which isn't a dollar store anymore, but that's a whole nother topic of conversation. But these baggies, you know, I can get like 10 of these baggies in a box, you know, for a few bucks. So, which is how I've been doing most of my jewelry. So each jewelry is marked. So I usually do about 25 pieces per bag, and then I just mark the bag to show me like 1 through 25. And then I'll do like 25 through 50. This is what I've been doing with my jewelry, and I just keep them in these bags. And it's just so much more cheaper and efficient. And then whatever I sell, 51 through 75. So actually this is going to be 26. Yeah, it's just cheaper than doing multiple bins, and that way I just have 2 bins. You know, for when I do my jewelry shows, I just put them in here and stack them up, and they're just ready to go in my jewelry shows, and then they go from here into the bags, so that if they don't sell through the jewelry show, they're getting listed after I do the jewelry show anyway. If they don't sell in the jewelry show, they get listed on the platforms, and then it goes from there. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take a minute to get these moved onto... Okay, so these aren't actually marked. I don't think... You know what? These aren't actually even in... Okay, yeah, these are numbered. So I just need to figure out, see, I need to organize this because not all of these are 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah, these are numbered. I just need to, I'm going to verify these in my listings too, because this has been a while since I've done these boxes. And I just want to make sure that they are all verified and listed. So it looks like these will be in the first bag of 25. And then I will go from there. So this is going to be in this bag here. And then I'm just going to go downstairs onto my computer and just verify these listings just to make sure everything is good to go. And then I will move on to all the other pieces that I have. So this is going to take me a few minutes, so I'm going to finish working on these. You know, see, this is number 20, so that's actually going to go in the next bag. I'm just gathering right now all the items that are up to 25, getting those in the bag, and we'll go from there. Yeah, so usually I can fit about 25 of these items. Now some of these items are actually bulkier and bigger than some of the items that I've gotten from other boxes. Okay, here's 22, 29, 26, so these will go in the other bag. This looks like number 23, so this will go in this bag. So yeah, I'm just sorting through, making sure things are going in the right bag. So yeah, this is going to be a full bag. Some of these items, like when I was doing my brand new jewelry, those items, a lot of those items are smaller. but some of these more, now see, these are all going to go in 25 plus. So that pops off this bag. So it's a little bit fuller bag, but it works. Like I said, it's just so much less expensive. I don't like using plastic, but right now with the expense of other bins, we're just going to do it that way. And so number 26 through 50 is going to be these. How are y'all doing, guys? Hopefully you guys are kind of figuring out what you're doing after the first of the year. This is the time of year when we think about and reorganize where our business is going. Are we happy with how things went this last year? I know for me, this was a slow year, and we've been working on why. Even some changes that I've made recently, this has still been a slow year for me. So we have added a new line to our business. I haven't shared that with you because we're still in the rough stages of all of that. We have always been of the belief that you should have more than one, more ideas of, you know, more like, so to speak, like the saying is, more eggs in one basket, making an income for you. So even outside of reselling, we have other ventures that we're pursuing. We have other ventures that we're planning to pursue after we move. Just lots of different options so that if for some reason one thing kind of peters out or you need to redirect it, you have multiple things going. I hope you all do the same thing. Even job-wise, I think even if you have a job, you should always have something outside of your job going on that brings income in, because as we know, right now with the economy, with the way things are going with jobs, you can't always depend on just like even just a job, you know, being suffice for what you're looking for. Now these are going to go in this bag. So I hope that you aren't just depending even on just a job. My husband and I have always been entrepreneurial. We've owned multiple different types of businesses. We are no stranger to running businesses. And we've tried various different things over the years, for sure. Some have worked out really well, some haven't. And you just kind of go from there and figure out what's doing. Now, there are some things that we've tried that didn't work at all. Some things that we tried, like when we were still living in, no, see, I don't know what that number is. When we were still living in Monroe, we had a business that was doing very, very well, but it was a brick and mortar business and we couldn't bring it with us out here. So we had to leave that even though it was doing very, very well. We chose to sell it and leave it because it was a brick and mortar, and we came out here. So even though we had something that was very, very, it was making good money, my husband went from black on that when we purchased it, moved it into the green, but again, because it was brick and mortar, we couldn't bring it with us. There are definitely times when we think, wow, to be able to do that again, but to be able to find a business like that, it was a very unique business. And yeah, we just haven't found something like that again that's worth it for us. So you just go as you go, right? All right, right now I'm just again sorting through these. So I'm going to finish working on this one, and I'm also going to be showing you my inventory room. So I'm going to show you that here in a few minutes. So stay tuned for that. We'll get to that. Okay, you guys, so this is my inventory room. I apologize. It is a bit of a mess, even though I know exactly what's in here and what's going on. I'm just going to zoom out here a little bit so you guys can see this. Over the next month, this is December, so over the next month, I'm going to be reorganizing. Now, even though it looks like a mess, I know exactly where everything is, believe it or not. So this is my workstation where I do all my shipping on this computer. I've got a lot of my shipping supplies here. I had a table, but I'm rearranging all this. These are all my IKEA bags that I am no longer using enclosed because they've either sold or they've gone out to some other places. I have some kids bags here of things that are listed. I'm going to be consolidating that because I've sold quite a few kids clothes and I don't need them all distributed out. You know when you sell items in a bag and the bag, you know, starts to, you know, get empty because items are sold, that's what happening with the kids. So I'm going to be consolidating some of that, but all this is listed. This is how I do my, I got this idea, instead of buying boxes or bins that are so expensive, I'm buying these, I bought these IKEA bags. I got the idea from another reseller. I started out doing bins, but again, they're so expensive. Got a couple racks, but now I'm just like stacking the bags. And all this stuff is listed. Even this stuff over here, this is some of my original stuff that I've listed that I'm finally selling through on. But my goal is to actually reorganize this room even better, to have it be even more efficient, so it's not quite so much of a mess. So over the next few weeks, my goal is just to make this even more efficient. My goal once we move is to still have some clothes, but the majority of my business is going to be jewelry, some clothes, and we're going to be continuing to do live sales of jewelry on YouTube. And then some listed clothing as well. So my goal is to get all this sold off and continue to bring in some clothes, but majority of it's going to be jewelry, and that jewelry will start out on the live sales on YouTube, and then what doesn't sell on there will get listed. And once I get to the point where most of it is selling through the live shows on YouTube, then it won't even need to be listed. So that's my goal over the next year. I'm really redirecting because where we're moving, we're not going to have as much space to store inventory. I won't have a big room like this. So we've been talking about this on my channel, where I'm trying to figure out how to consolidate my business so that it's more efficient. These are all hard goods. So a lot of IKEA bags, but there's like 3 racks here of hard goods that used to be listed. My husband and I are trying to figure out what we're going to do with that. But yeah, so I'm really working on getting this organized. This is all my jewelry. It's all in bags. So when something sells, I come in here, I pull from this bin. It's all organized. It's all listed. So that's the way my other jewelry is going to be. It's going to be in a bin like this, or in just like one of these blue bags. In the little baggies, once it sells, I pull it and I ship it. So you see how much easier and more compact jewelry is to sell for me than bags and bags and bags of clothes. I mean, each of these bags typically holds roughly about 25 pieces. So that compared to multiple bags, 25 in each bag in a bin or a bag. See how much more consolidated it is and how much easier it is for me to have literally hundreds and thousands of listings compared to, you know, all of this. It just takes up so much less space. So that's my goal, is just to really get this reorganized by the time the end of the year comes around. Again, it's not like this is disorganized because I know where everything is, but I need to come through and reorganize again and just tidy it up, and I will show you the process of all that. But I just want to kind of show you, this is a huge room. Now, in our house, it's kind of 2-in-1. This is actually the upstairs living space, the living room. Kind of a 2-in-1 house. This is actually my upstairs living room that we're actually working on. So it is a huge room, and we decided to turn it into an inventory room because it is so huge. And then where my studio is actually one of the bedrooms. It's actually the master bedroom. We decided to turn that into my studio because it was such a great space. So yeah, so that's kind of where that is right now. And again, there will be more on this soon to come. Okay, y'all, so I've been through and doing some things. I don't have as much time up here because I do have some stuff I want to get done on my computer today. But I just want to show you, I've gathered up all the jewelry, all my bags here. I have reorganized everything. I will be putting these in one of those blue bags for safekeeping until they sell. Then these bins are now empty, so that when I'm doing my live sale here, that's where they'll go with their numbers and until, you know, after the sale is over, and then they will get listed and put into one of the baggies here. And then if they sell on the sale, just pull from the baggie. You know how that works. I've cleared out all of this. I do have some pieces over here that I'm just not going to worry about listing. This is actually shoes that are listed, so I'm going to eventually figure that out. I haven't gotten to this yet. I do want to get to that today, but let me also take you in to the room here. Okay, so let me take you into here. So I did do some organizing. Now I'm probably not going to get to it today, maybe next week. There's kids' bags here. I do want to consolidate. I've got like 5, 6 bags here of kids' clothes. Some of this can be consolidated. It's like these 3 bags here, these 2, this bag, and this bin. Some of these bags down here at the bottom, you see they're kind of crushed because they're like half empty or like 3/4 empty. I do want to consolidate those, but I want to make sure that I go through the listings first, put a new bag number on it, because these actually do have a bag number, so I know exactly where they are. So it's like bag number 1, I know to go to bag number 1, pull it and ship it. So I will need to switch the bag number before I switch the bags. So I'm going to probably do that next week because I do have some other things I need to get done today. But I've redone and consolidated this better. I've redone and rearranged some of this better. Again, it's just a work in progress. You do a little bit right. I took some items that were listed and not put in bags, so I put those in bags and got those ready to go. I'm probably going to break these bags down and put them in like one bag so it's not just all a mess up here. And then reorganize this even more and shuffle it around so it's even more organized. Because this even is just kind of a mess to me. It's a little bit at a time. And then over here, I definitely need to do some work over here. Maybe I'll work on that next weekend as well. It's fun because since I'm actually sharing this with you, it motivates me to actually get it done so I can share the result with you. These bins here are items that actually aren't listed. These are items that I tried taking to buy, sell, trade a couple years ago from my very first ThreadUp boxes that I got that I couldn't list. And they're still sitting here. That's how bad this is, you guys. I just really need to get things prioritized, get things moved out, get things rearranged. So I'm going to be working on that over the next couple months as well. It's not just going to be December, probably into January as well, just to really clean up, clear things out. But I've done a lot the last couple weeks. I'm super, super proud of myself. Let me show you another room. This is where I've been keeping my shoes. Okay, again, I do apologize for the mess, you guys, but honestly, this, compared to what it was, this is another place where I've been storing stuff. All the kids' clothes that I was doing for the kids' auctions, all my shoes that I delisted, and this is a bunch of stuff, again, from those threaded book boxes that I bought, the very first set of book boxes that I bought. I bought 2 sets of those 4 boxes. I'm not doing that again. I just have no need to anymore since I'm not doing auctions. And yeah, there's not enough that comes in them. Some of this stuff is from those still. I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff, and some of the stuff is just simply kids that is going to go to buy, sell, trade in the spring because it's summer stuff. So you see these bags here? A lot of this is kids' summer clothes that I can't take in right now to get money back because it's not spring and summertime. So after the first of the year, probably in March or so, I'll start taking a bunch of that stuff in. Some of the stuff is just adult clothes that I just need to flush through and just take over to Goodwill, which we'll probably do either next time we go or after the first of the year. When we have winter here and it snows, it's just hard to make those trips. These are empty bins that I've cleared out. I had a bunch of stuff here that went to Goodwill last week, so actually this is actually clearing out. This is all shoes that's just going to go. That's eventually going to go to Goodwill. These are things that are listed, and this is just all of our personal stuff that since we moved here, I haven't unpacked just because we just don't need it right now. So again, it's getting there. I know that this looks like a mess, but this is actually consolidated. This is why I'm saying I'm glad I'm doing the vlog because it's making me accountable to actually get this done. So between the 3 rooms, compared to what it was a few weeks ago, I've done a lot of work, taken a lot of stuff in. I'm super proud of what I've accomplished. I hope this motivates you guys. I'm actually going to be doing a video on this about the end of the year and the first of the year, so stay tuned for that. I'm excited to share that. Obviously, these are fans, and now that we're no longer in the summer season, we do store our seasonal things up here, like we're going to be putting up our tree. This is my Christmas stuff. This is just Christmas and extra stuff. We're going to be taking that down today, and we're actually going to be decorating with our son today. This is the door from this room because we were restoring this door. So yeah, it's just a consolidated. So obviously, since we're using gas furnace for heat right now, we don't need our fans, so we just store that, and then in summertime we bring those down and we use those. You know how it goes. So anyway, okay, sorry, I'm a little out of breath. So I'm working on these boxes. I did take some of it out and put them in a 3rd box. This here is a resizing tool for boxes. My husband got that when we were doing hard goods. And so if you have a box that's too big, you can actually resize it, bring it down like this, and that way it consolidates the box down. With ThreadUp, they can only do up to 30 pounds per box. These ones here is like 27 for that one, 25 for that one. And then I don't know how much this weighs, but it's obviously not going to be 30. So I'm going to get these finished packing up, taped up, and these will go out this week. So that area is going to be clear. Yay. I'm so excited. Okay, you guys, these 3 boxes are packed and ready to go. This makes me so excited. And like I said, knowing that I'm doing the vlog, it just definitely gives me motivation to not just come up here and clean up, but actually get these boxes done. And I cannot tell you how good it feels to finally get this done. But I wanted to do this for about a month now. So yes, I'm super excited about this. So these will go out this week. All I have to do is go online onto ThreadUp now, get the boxes ready to go, print the labels, stick the labels on, and these will go out. As far as UPS, my husband actually has, sorry about the tag, my husband has a UPS pickup at his job, so he literally takes these to work with him, and they pick them up at his job, so I don't have to actually go to a UPS store, because my closest store is 45 minutes away. But because we have a pickup here in town at his job, it's great. He just takes them to work with them, and they send it off for me. So, yay, we got that done. We got this cleared out. We got this cleaned up. We got these all bagged up. I'm going to put these in the bag. And we got some other things organizing in the room. I think this has been a very productive morning. I am super excited to get more stuff done next weekend. I'm going to be reorganizing some other things, and I will try to record and share it with you guys. Again, hope you're enjoying this, and yeah, let's keep this rolling. Hopefully this might even motivate you guys to kind of get things cleaned up, cleared out for the end of the year, and reorganize and figure out where things are going for you guys. I appreciate y'all. I apologize, it's a mess. This is an old house, and as I've shared before, I was kind of embarrassed to share the condition and the state of my house, not because I think it's a mess, but because it is literally mid being worked on. You know, I decided, you know what, it is what it is. I'm still running a business. And it just, you know, you just got to do what you got to do, right? So thank you so much for joining me. I'm thinking about doing some vlogs like this more frequently. Just sharing with you my process, what I'm doing. Every once in a while, maybe a pack, but I'm also thinking about kind of redoing how I do my shipping video. I'm excited about that. So if you have not yet subscribed, please feel free to do so. If you're excited about just reseller content, I don't typically do this on my videos. I usually just put up a thing. But anyway, I'm so glad that you're here with me. Right now I'm just rambling. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, be productive. And guys, we'll see you in the next one.